Alright, let's dive into something that's been bubbling under the surface lately, and it's a big one. Imagine this: US intelligence agencies are sounding the alarm that Putin might be gearing up to test NATO's limits. Sounds like the plot of a high-stakes thriller, right? But here's the kicker: it's not fiction. Personally, I think this is one of those moments where we need to pause and really think about what's at stake. What makes this really interesting is that we're not talking about a full-scale military invasion. Instead, it's about hybrid operations, cyberattacks, and other sneaky tactics. In my opinion, this is Putin's way of playing a dangerous game of chess, probing NATO's unity without crossing the line into all-out war. But here's the thing: even these smaller actions could have massive consequences. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about Russia and NATO, it's about the global order and how far one nation can push before others push back. Now, let's talk about the recent incidents that have everyone on edge. That explosive-laden drone found in Leipzig, Germany? US officials are pointing fingers at Russia. And it's not an isolated event. Russian drones in Romania, a missile crossing into Poland, these aren't accidents. One thing that immediately stands out is the pattern here. It's like Putin is testing the waters, seeing how much he can get away with. What many people don't realize is that these actions aren't random, they're calculated. Russia's losing ground in Ukraine, and these provocations could be a way to shift the narrative, to remind the world that they're still a force to be reckoned with. But here's where it gets tricky: NATO's Article 5 says an attack on one is an attack on all. So, if Russia crosses that line, even just a little, it could trigger a massive response. From my perspective, the real question is, how will NATO react? And more importantly, how will the US react under the Trump administration? Trump's been vocal about his doubts over Article 5, saying there are numerous definitions of it. That's a huge red flag. If you're Putin, that's music to your ears. It's like he's betting on NATO's hesitation, on the cracks in the alliance. What this really suggests is that Putin's not just testing NATO's defenses, he's testing its resolve. And that's a dangerous game. A detail I find fascinating is how Russia's losses in Ukraine are driving this behavior. CIA Director John Ratcliffe said Russian recruits are surviving just 20 to 30 minutes on the battlefield. That's staggering. Russia's losing 30,000 troops a month, and their recruitment can't keep up. So, what do? They shift the battlefield. Instead of fighting head-on, they use drones, cyberattacks, and sabotage. It's asymmetric warfare at its finest. But here's the broader perspective: this isn't just about Ukraine anymore. It's about Europe, NATO, and the balance of power globally. This raises a deeper question: are we on the brink of a new kind of Cold War? One where the lines are blurred, and the battles are fought in cyberspace and through proxy actions. Personally, I think we're already there. What's happening now isn't just a series of isolated incidents, it's a pattern, a strategy. And if we don't pay attention, we might wake up to a world where the rules have completely changed. So, here's my closing thought: we are at a crossroads. Putin's testing NATO, and NATO's response will define the next chapter of global security. Will they stand united, or will they falter? And what role will the US play? These are questions we can't afford to ignore. Because, let's be honest, the stakes have never been higher. What do you think? Are we overreacting, or is this the calm before the storm? Let me know in the comments below.